Day 5, home stretch, final countdown. Getting this rainmaker done. Gonna put that polyurethane on today. Got an old can, got a new can. Gonna thin out the old can so it's the same consistency of the new one. If I can get it open. Yeah, Home Depot stopped carrying Minwax products, and they got this Varathane brand, and I like the Minwax better. These things seem shitty to me. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just use the new one. Day 5, still alive. Johnny 5. Got everything we need for the whole day today here. Everything we need. Shelter, food, love. But what is that, you ask? Why is there a blue Sharpie? Squeak, laying on the desk. Ah, and what is that, you say? Oh God, is it a blemish? A blemish on our beautiful rainmaker? What are we gonna do about it? How did this happen? What caused it? Questions we'll never be able to answer, except what we're gonna do about it. We're gonna take our blue Sharpie and we're just gonna color that in. Paint it. I don't wanna wait for that shit. Let's just do this instead. There you go. Rub it in with your finger. Not bad. Lick your finger. Should have stopped while we were ahead. All right, I can live with that. This thing's not gonna be perfect anyway. If you look around the edges at the top, and that's the worst one right there. Perfect. Hideous. But this is a homemade project. If you're going for perfection, buy something online. You could obviously just get some wood putty or something, fill this in, paint it again, but I like it. I like the imperfections. I did want to mention, I cleaned off this entire workshop surface. When you're doing finishing on something, start with a nice clean surface, because when shit goes sideways and you start having to lay shit down faster, this thing fucking falls over while I'm painting it into a big pile of sawdust and shit. That's going to be a bad day. So help yourself out. Brush, brush, brush. All right. Time to do this. I've kind of set myself up for failure on this because this 3-inch paintbrush barely wants to fit down in the polyurethane. It will, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. But it actually matters on this project because you want to put polyurethane on as fast as possible because you always want to keep a wet edge and work with wet polyurethane. When you start to try to paint and brush polyurethane that's starting to dry, it leaves nasty streaks and dull spots, and that's the opposite of what we want here. Also, you want to use a decent paintbrush. This is not a decent paintbrush. This is the cheapest paintbrush you can buy. I got it at the Dollar Tree in a 3-pack for $1. So this is a 33-cent paintbrush. We'll see how it goes. Also, painting this thing in this position is the best way I've found to do it. If you try to do it horizontally, I don't even know how you would do it. I like to put it on thick as you can, and I don't worry about wasting it or slopping it, because that's going to happen. Oh, and slopping it I am. So I want to come back after I get it all on this thing and do a final pass. What do they call that? Top it off? I don't think so. Yeah, top coat? No. I don't know. If you know, let me know. I can't remember. When you do that final brush pass on polyurethane or paint or whatever. Now we're going to do our final pass. Slow, even, straight strokes is just how she likes it. And resume. One thing I didn't have here was a paper towel to clean up this big shit pile of mess, because there's a fan directly above this that I want to put this under, and I don't want to leave this thing sitting in a huge pile of polyurethane. That would be highly irresponsible of me. I'm not going to get any more on the brush, and we're going to get this top. Let's see what direction the grain is in. Oh, that's hard to tell with the paint. And I've fucking ruined it. Shit. I almost did that shit before doing this. Surprise. He said to no one. Oh, the top of this thing's slippery. Okay, let's try this again. I still cannot see any kind of grain direction. So I guess we just pick one. I'll usually take my brush, grab it in my glove hand, wrap that glove around it, and save it for the next time. So, how'd we do? Look pretty good. Bubble trouble. You're gonna have bubbles. Probably due to that cheap ass brush. It is what it is. It's gonna look good. All right, then we're gonna let that dry. I'm gonna turn on my overhead fan here and dry this sucker off right quick. Hopefully that won't get too much dust on it. And here we are, coat number 2. First one dried in less than an hour. Pretty awesome. About to do this again. Stir it up per the manufacturer's instructions. Always stir it. They want you stirring this shit continuously. Take your little brush out of your old glove. Probably don't use this glove again. You could try it. I'm not going to. Yeah, get your little paint stick. Wipe your little stick off. Not the first time you've done that, I'll venture, if you're sitting at home watching this bullshit. Little bit stiff, a little bit, and thin too. I have to hold it, put some pressure on it, because there's going to be parts on it that are all prickly and whatnot. So, suck your toe. You can reuse these brushes if you wrap them up like on the same day, but if you're going to go longer than that, you got to soak it in like mineral spirits overnight. I'm hoping this shit all gets done in one day. We'll see. We'll also see if I drop it on my fucking head. I got one good paintbrush. All my other ones are bullshit ones. It's a fucking Worcester. A Worcester, baby. Here's the part where I drop it again, obviously. Okay, here's our top coat thingy. I can't believe I still can't remember that's all. That tip it off. Tip it. Gonna brush it. I don't know. Had to look it up if it mattered. Let me roll this out of the way. Here's where it happened the last time. Remember that? Not this fucking time. Here we go. Is there a direction on this? Damn, I cannot tell. That means I suck. Nothing new there. Actually, this is really good. Maybe it doesn't even really need me to be doing this. Strange. How'd I do such a good job? Usually my work is total fucking garbage. Every once in a while you get lucky. Even if something dog finds a bone or some shit like that. That's the example of when you wipe it when it's already kind of starting to dry. See how that looked like shit? But it's probably better to do that than to leave big humps on it that you definitely have to sand off. This one maybe we won't have to sand. I'm just going to try to smooth it down. It already looks like crap. Oh, something to mention. When you got your polyurethane soaked rags and stuff, crumble them up real tight and throw them right in the trash. That's the best thing to do with them. Oh, final pass there. Done. Coat 2 through. See you for coat 3. Just you and me. All right, coat number 3. Why don't we see if this will be the last coat that we'll need on this Rainmaker. I don't know. It's going all right. It kind of looks not the best. It's a little streaky. No big deal, though. That's the thing about polyurethane is the last coat is the only one that has to really look good. You're going to sand this anyway, which will totally ruin it, basically. And then the last coat is the one that you want to not suck. Let's blame it on this shitty brush. Can't be me. I claim no responsibilities for any wrongdoings or mistakes in my life. It's always someone else's fault or the fault of the situation itself, not myself. I'm a victim of circumstance, baby. Still didn't look that word up. Tip it off. I swear I'm going to remember this time for the 4th coat. Then we'll all know. And then we'll all collectively breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, thank God this asshole fucking told us this stupid fucking word nobody needs to know. Yeah, I don't know. When you start getting them dry streaks and shit, kind of want to blame this shitty brush. Again, you know, because couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Still finding them screens. Cut it at your neighbors. The 4th coat's all done. Sorry you missed it. Tipping off paint.
According to the Craftsman blog, tipping off is the technique of running your brush very gently across the surface immediately after you have applied the paint. This gives the trim a super smooth finish and helps it level out.
Well, I hope that explanation has helped to level you out. 5th coat is done. See you tomorrow. All right, day 6. Hard to believe we've been together this long, isn't it, friends? Anyway, got the Rainmaker laying down on the bench. Had a little accident last night. We're going to just try to sand that out. I guess. I don't know. What the?